Having an intuitive, freedom-based relationship with food and starting my self-love journey is the best thing I ever did. It healed my 7-year eating disorder and gave me my freedom and my life back so I could go out and live my dreams. But it all started with a choice to stop restricting, stop having all the rules and the control, and instead start nourishing and loving my body from the inside out. Hi guys, so today I want to share with you something really important and really close to my heart. It's how to quit the diet and binge cycle with food, just like I did. Yeah, we all know this cycle too well. Restrict, binge, start again on Monday, restrict and binge. It can feel like something possesses us when we're trapped in this cycle and like we've got no control or power over it whatsoever. The truth is, this cycle is not something that just happens to us and then traps us, which is kind of how it feels sometimes. The truth is, if you find yourself in this cycle, you've actually put yourself there with your own actions surrounding food. And if you feel like you're stuck in the cycle and you can't get out, the truth is, you're actually the one responsible for keeping yourself stuck too. Now this sounds like I'm blaming you, but actually when you realize that you're the one that's created this cycle, you also realize that you also have the power to stop it as well. So if you are someone that is suffering right now in that diet and binge cycle, please don't worry. There's definitely a way out. You're most likely just looking for it in the wrong place. You see, most people think that in order to quit this diet binge cycle, they have to learn how to stop binging and learn how to have more self-control around food. They think that if the willpower was better, they'd just be able to continue their diets and keep the binging away and break the cycle that way. But the truth is, you don't break this cycle by stopping binging and carrying on dieting. You break this cycle when you stop dieting, and this leads to you stopping binging. You see, everyone that diets in a restrictive way will also find themselves binging sooner or later down the line. This is because whenever you seek to control something like food, it can often lead to you then feeling out of control around it later on. Whatever you're trying to control can often end up feeling like it's controlling you. Let me explain. So binging is a direct result of you feeling restricted or deprived. Therefore, to quit the diet and binge cycle, we've got to first stop dieting, which will in turn stop the binging. So whenever we restrict ourselves, we're putting ourselves in a lack mentality. Diets focus on what we need to cut out. We're focused on how to lose weight. We're focused on cutting foods out, eating less. All of this leads to us feeling like we're living a lesser life. Therefore, sooner or later down the line, we're going to boomerang the other way, overeat, stuff our faces, and that's not because we are failures. This is just that you've made yourself feel deprived by giving yourself these restrictions. And so your body responds to this by eating excess to store and hold on to because it knows that it's going to be starved or denied again later down the line. So if you want to escape this cycle for good, you are the one that can do it. And the answer is to stop restricting your food in the first place and instead to create an intuitive, healthy relationship with food instead. And yes, this is terrifying for a lot of people that are dieters because they believe that when they let go of this control, they will just overeat all the time. But that's simply not true. Your body does not want to gorge on sugary foods all the time. Your body wants to be in optimal health to give you a long, healthy life. Your body wants to be healthy. Thus, dieting is actually the worst thing you can do for your body because it leads to binging, which in turn leads you to not trust your body. And when we don't trust our bodies, we believe that we have to use diets as a crutch instead. We believe that we can't trust our bodies to not overeat unless we have a diet in place. And thus the cycle continues. This cycle is perpetuated by diets, but diets are what is responsible for us binging. It can take practice for us to remember how to trust our bodies again. But remember, it's your body's job to be healthy for you. Your body doesn't crave junk foods. Your body wants to function at its optimal best. So to break the diet and binge cycle, we must stop dieting and therefore stop being in a lack or scarcity mentality with food. To get out of the lack or scarcity mentality, we must replace it with an abundance mindset instead. This means knowing and trusting that there's always enough food for you to be satisfied. There is more than enough at any given time, and it's always your choice to eat what you choose in that moment when your body is hungry. When you adapt your lifestyle to feeling more freeing and flexible so you don't feel restricted, you won't then binge on food. So don't create any rules around food in your head. When you create rules around food based on restriction, this leads you to feel like you're in a state of lack, scarcity, and deprivation, and this will eventually lead to a binge. If you want to stop binging, you must learn to actually navigate your relationship with food. And instead of focusing purely on weight loss, which is again focused on lack as it's focused on loss, focus on what you want to gain in your life instead. Focus on the positives, focus on abundance, focus on what you want to add to your life. Focus on how you can live a more fulfilled, healthy life with freedom, choice, and nourishment. Focus on what you want to add into your lifestyle rather than what you want to lose. This will help to create an abundance mindset for you. When you focus on making your life richer and fuller and more abundant, you won't feel that sense of lack. It's extremely empowering when you realize that not only did you create that cycle that you're in, but you can actually get out of it by simply making this shift. So I really hope this video resonated with you and helped. I would love if you would leave me a comment and let me know what you think on this topic. And if you vibe, hit subscribe.